Scene, you staring dead into the camera, no music, pure silence. You ever send that long-ass message at 2 a.m., pour your heart out, and get nothing in return? Just silence. That feeling in your chest like it's caving in. We've all done some stupid shit when we're hurting, but here's the thing. What if I told you that silence, that's your strongest move? Pause. Lean in. You ain't chasing her, bro. You're chasing your damn worth. And it's about time you stop running. Pause. Let it sink in. You got one job now. Get your peace back. And she ain't part of that job. In this video, I'm breaking down 6 subtle signals women throw out when they're testing your energy. Most men take the bait. They react. They chase. They lose control. But a grounded man, he doesn't move off emotion. He holds the line. And when you stay silent, that's when she starts to feel the weight of your absence. Not because you're playing games, but because you're done playing yourself. Call to action. Drop a comment below. I protect my peace. If you're done begging, done chasing, and ready to stand like a man with nothing to prove. Number 1, she randomly checks in. Hey, stranger. She ain't reaching for you. She's reaching to see if you're still standing where she left you. It usually hits you on some random Tuesday. You're minding your business. Works. Been rough, gym session gave you clarity. Maybe you even laughed with the boys over something dumb. Then ding, there it is. Hey, stranger. 2 words. That's it. But they slice through your chest like they've been dipped in memory. You freeze all those nights and all that pain. It rushes back, disguised as a text. And for a split second you think it means something. That maybe she finally realized. Maybe she's changed. Maybe she misses you. But brother, let's get real. That text, it's not about you, it's about her ego. She's not checking in to reconnect. She's checking to confirm you're still orbiting her world, because women can feel when your energy shifts. They sense when your mind stops spinning in their gravity, and it rattles them. So they send out that little signal, not to rebuild, but to rehook. See, when you respond, even just a hey, you're not having a conversation. You're confirming a truth that even after everything, she still owns a piece of you. And most men, we've all been there, right? We bite, we chase, we write back like it's Christmas morning. Why? Because deep down, we're still bleeding. We're hoping that maybe, just maybe, she finally sees your worth. But here's the truth, man. If she saw it, she wouldn't have left it that hey, stranger. It's not a doorway to love. It's a test, a soft tug on your leash, just to see if you're still tethered. That's why silence is the move, not out of anger, not as a game, but because you've evolved beyond the need for her recognition. See, when you stay silent, you're not ignoring her. You're protecting you. You're honoring the pain you crawled through. You're respecting the man you're rebuilding. You're showing yourself that your peace comes first now. And let me say this, when she doesn't get the response she expected, when the leash goes slack, that silence is loud, louder than any words you could have texted, because now she has to face the version of you that doesn't chase, doesn't cling, doesn't beg for closure or love or clarity. She has to sit in the quiet and wonder what kind of man you've become without her. And you walk forward. You lift, you build, you reconnect with your brothers, you laugh with life again, not because she came back, but because you didn't, because you finally chose yourself over the fantasy. So next time that hey stranger lights up your phone, read it once, feel whatever you gotta feel, then put the phone down. Because if she truly respected you, she wouldn't have had to leave just to remember you mattered. Let your silence say what your soul already knows. I'm not the man I used to be, and I'm not waiting where you left me. Number 2, she stalks your social media. She watches the life she walked away from, hoping you're still lost without her. It starts with a notification, not a message, not an apology, just a like, maybe a view. Maybe she hearted your story from 3 days ago, and suddenly your chest tightens, your thoughts spiral. You tell yourself she still cares. But let's slow that down, brother. She didn't reach out. She didn't call. She didn't show up at your door asking for real conversation, real change, real effort. She just hovered. From behind the glass of a screen, she peered into your world. Not to step in, just to make sure the door's still cracked open. See, this is where most men lose the plot, because when you're healing, and I mean really climbing out of the dark, that little digital breadcrumb feels like hope, like maybe she regrets it, like maybe she misses you. So you respond, not directly but creatively. You post that gym pic, you toss up a deep-ass quote, you share a photo of you living your best life. But let's be real, it's a trap. It's not about joy, it's bait. And the moment you do that, you're not building anymore. You're performing. You've slipped right back into orbit. That's the psychological pattern. You think visibility equals love, that if she sees you glowing, she'll come back. But here's the Stoic truth. Real love doesn't window shop. She's not liking your post out of affection. She's monitoring your healing to see if you've outgrown her. And if you haven't, if she can sense that you're still emotionally tethered, she'll keep lurking, because your pain still feeds her relevance. Let that sink in. So what's the move? You don't block her, you don't post for her, you just stop playing. You build your life in real time, for real reasons. Not to be seen, but to be centered. You post your wins because they matter to you. You share moments because they're part of your journey, not your marketing plan to pull her back. And if she watches, cool. Let her see the man who no longer flinches when she pops up, the man who stopped performing for people who didn't stay. That silence, that indifference, it's heavy, heavier than any quote, heavier than any flex, because now she's not watching a boy trying to get her attention. She's watching a man who became whole without it. And that's when the game flips. Not because you wanted her to come back, but because you finally didn't care if she did. So next time you catch her watching, smile, not because she's back, but because you never needed her to be. And remember this, curiosity ain't commitment, and your life is not a damn billboard for someone who let it burn. Number 3, she asks mutual friends about you. She wants your name in the room, but not your piece in her life. Sometimes the message doesn't come from her directly. It comes sideways, through a buddy, through a cousin, through someone who was there for both of you back when things felt right. Hey man, she was asking about you. Or maybe it's more subtle. She mentioned your name, wanted to know how you've been, and suddenly your chest tightens again. Not because it hurts, but because there's hope. That old familiar flame, the one you thought you'd buried. You start thinking, she still cares. She's thinking about me. And then, worst move we make, we send something back. A little line, a message, even just to tell her I said what's up. Brother, you just opened the door she didn't even knock on. You just told her, without a single direct message, that you're still standing there, still waiting, still open. That's the trap. Because asking about you, that's not her stepping forward. That's her peeking through the blinds. She doesn't want you. She wants to know you're still available. It's ego. It's curiosity. Sometimes it's guilt, but it ain't love. Let's break it down. Emotionally, she wants to maintain her position in your world, not as your woman, but as your shadow. She doesn't want to commit, but she also doesn't want to fully disappear from your mind. So what does she do? She sends out a signal through someone else, just enough to get a reaction, just enough to stir the waters. And most men, we react. We validate the signal because, deep down, we're still attached to the idea of her, still hoping she might circle back, still measuring our healing against whether she notices we've changed. But that's not healing. That's hiding, the Stoic move. No word, no reaction, no confirmation. You don't ask your mutual friend what she said exactly. You don't wonder if she looked sad or serious or nostalgic. You don't replay it in your head like it's some rom-com comeback. You let it pass, because when you don't respond, you communicate more power than any words could carry. You tell the world and her, I'm building a life you no longer get to orbit. And if your friends keep bringing her up, change the subject. Not because you're bitter, because you're busy. You don't need to hear about someone who left. You don't need updates from a life you're no longer a part of. Let her wonder, let the silence thicken. The strongest echo comes from a man who refused to echo back. You're not here to play telephone for someone who won't call. You're not leaving emotional breadcrumbs on a path she abandoned. You're done. So the next time someone says, hey, she asked about you, you smile, nod, and you say nothing, because she wanted your name in the room, not your peace, not your progress, not the man you are now. And that man, he ain't sending messages back to ghosts. If she wanted to know the truth, she'd ask you directly, but your silence already answered. Number 4, she reacts to your wins. Heart emoji or proud of you. She doesn't want you back. She just doesn't want to be forgotten. You post something real. Your business finally hit its stride. You drop 20 pounds. You're smiling again, genuinely. The kind of win that took pain, time, and discipline to earn. And then, like clockwork, she shows up. Not a call. Not a deep message, just a little "or so proud of you," maybe a "you deserve it." At first it feels soft, familiar, like warmth in the middle of winter. You want to believe it's something, a crack in the wall, a second chance. But that's the mistake. She's not applauding your healing because she wants to be part of it. She's reacting because your growth reminded her that she's no longer part of your story. She doesn't miss the love. She misses the control. She misses being the reason you lit up. Now you're doing it without her. Now you shine without her hand on your shoulder. And that glow, that threatens her sense of relevance. So she sends a breadcrumb, a digital pat on the back. Not to reconnect, but to remind you she still exists. Psychologically, it's not connection. It's interruption. It's her inserting herself back into the space your pain used to leave open. And most men, we confuse it for care. We reply, we say, thanks. That means a lot. And just like that, you hand her emotional access to a life she no longer belongs to. Now you're talking again. Now she's back in your thoughts. Now your progress has a shadow over it. And what started as a win becomes a loop. That's why the Stoic move is silence, not rudeness, not bitterness, just stillness, because this journey you're on, It wasn't built with her. It was built after her. And not everyone who witnesses your glow up deserves a front row seat. Let your success speak. Not with captions aimed at her, not with posts you hope she'll see, but with consistency. Keep climbing, keep building. Let your peace become so loud that the silence hurts more than your words ever could. She's not reacting to your win because she wants back in. She's reacting because she sees you don't need her anymore. That's the emotional shift that rattles people. The version of you that no longer needs applause from people who disappeared during the grind. So when you see that heart emoji, when you see, "I'm proud of you," take a breath, feel the pull. Then remember this: she didn't cheer when you were in the dirt. She didn't reach out when you were breaking. She waited until the sun came up to step into the warmth. That ain't love, that's memory. Management. Let her remember, let her watch, but don't respond. Because when you respond, you reopen. When you stay silent, you evolve. A man who doesn't reply to validation is a man who's finally validated himself. Number 5, she tries to trigger you. Brags, dates, or fake happiness, the loudest flex is usually hiding the weakest truth. She doesn't reach out. She doesn't apologize. She doesn't own the damage she left behind. But you see it. Suddenly, she's posting more, smiling harder, dressing like it's her personal comeback tour. And guess what? She's not just glowing. She's showing it. New guy, new captions. Finally happy, she writes. You weren't tagged, but you feel it. You feel that little knot in your gut because you know it's about you. You know it's not joy, it's performance. That's the trap. Man, most men, especially when the wound's still fresh, take the bait. You start stalking, you start comparing, you start telling yourself she's already moved on while you're still climbing out of hell. So you react. Maybe you post something snarky. Maybe you throw up your own "look how good I'm doing" pic. Or worse, you reach out, sarcastic, bitter, trying to match energy. But here's the raw truth, brother. When you react to her flex, you validate her power. You just told her she still controls your emotional temperature, because a woman who truly moves on doesn't broadcast it like a damn press release. She heals in peace. She builds in quiet. But the one who starts showing off, that's the one still watching, still wondering, still trying to prove she made the right decision. Her happiness isn't about her. It's about you seeing it. That's not confidence. That's compensation. Psychologically, this is about ego. She needs you to see her glow to feel like she won. Because if she really won, she wouldn't care if you were watching. So, what's the Stoic move? Nothing. No reaction, no comeback post, no late-night text fueled by pride. You sit in your center, you let her scream into the void of social media while you get your damn peace back, because silence. That's the weapon she didn't prepare for. Your indifference is louder than her highlights. Your calmness exposes the act. Your stillness forces her to question why she even needed you to see it in the first place. And brother, let me say this. You don't have to prove you're winning. You just have to keep building. Let your real progress, the quiet kind, the kind that doesn't need a filter, speak for itself. She wants to see you break. She wants to know her absence still shakes you. But when you stop watching, when you stop caring, when her page becomes just another scroll, not a trigger, that's when the game ends. Not because you beat her, but because you finally outgrew the need to compete. So the next time you see her trying to flex, pause, breathe, and remember, the man who doesn't flinch at her show is the man who already knows peace doesn't post. Number 6, she sends the late night "I miss us" text. That ain't love, that's loneliness texting you. It's late. The house is quiet. You're not even thinking about her tonight, for once. You're making peace with your progress. Finally. And then your phone lights up. One message, simple, loaded. "I miss us." No context, no explanation, just that soft little jab to your ribs. Like she never left a bruise there before. Your heart skips, your mind starts sprinting, because for a second it feels real again. Familiar. And that's the danger. Because that text isn't about love. It's not about clarity. It's not even about you. It's about her loneliness. It's about her reaching for the one place that used to feel safe, even if she's the one who lit it on fire. See, most men make the same mistake here. We romanticize the echo. We think because she reached out, it means she regrets it. We start rewriting the story in our heads, ignoring the pain, forgetting the silence, hoping maybe this is her way of making it right. But it's not. It's comfort-seeking. It's emotional venting. It's her throwing a net into the past, hoping to feel something again, not build something. You've got to understand this. Brother, that message ain't for the man you are now. It's for the version of you she used to have wrapped around her finger. The one who stayed up all night waiting. The one who begged. The one who would have dropped everything just to feel needed. That guy, he's gone. And this moment right here, it's a test, not of your love, of your growth, because if you answer that text, you're not reconnecting, you're reverting. You're stepping back into a chapter that was already closed, a cycle you've already bled to escape. The Stoic response? Silence. No anger, no guilt, no "hope you're doing okay too" crap. You ghost, not because you're cruel, but because you've changed. Because healing taught you something pain never could. Not every open door deserves to be walked through. She said she missed us, but there is no us anymore, just her, and the consequences she didn't want to face. And you, walking the long road back to your damn self. Let her feel the silence. Let her sit in it. Let her realize that access to you isn't a 2 a.m. privilege anymore. And yeah, it'll hurt. It'll pull at you, because part of you still remembers what us felt like on the good days. But you didn't fight through hell just to answer a ghost. You didn't build yourself back up just to fall into a memory. So next time she sends that late night "I miss us" text, don't open the door, don't revisit the ashes, just breathe and let it pass, because you're not the boy she broke. You're the man who walked away. Her message was for the past, but your peace lives in the future, and the future doesn't reply to yesterday's ghosts. Listen, man. Your silence isn't weakness, it's not a void, it's power. Silence speaks volumes when you've spent enough time rebuilding yourself. When you've gone through the fire, you stop chasing shadows. You stop begging for closure, validation, or answers. Women feel it. They feel when a man finally stops orbiting their world and starts building his own. They can't feel your worth until you stop handing it out on a silver platter. You're not doing this to hurt her. You're doing it to heal you, to reclaim your peace, to remind yourself that your happiness doesn't hinge on someone else's choices, that your worth isn't defined by whether she notices your growth or not. It's time to stop playing for someone else's audience. Stay silent. Man, let your actions do the talking. Let her wonder who you've become while she was gone. Let her crave the version of you who no longer bends or breaks to fit in her world. And when you walk away from all that, you'll find a version of yourself that's stronger than you ever imagined. You'll realize that you've been walking with a strength that doesn't need anyone's approval. That peace you're looking for, it's yours to keep. Remember this, you're not leaving her behind. You're leaving the old version of yourself behind, the one who needed to beg for love, the one who thought his value was tied to her. One presence, now you're stepping into the future where your peace, your strength, your purpose, it all belongs to you. If this hit home, drop a comment. I protect my peace. And don't just watch this. Live it. Live it every single day.